I think definitely the stigma is still there, and you know, people think you're soft if you're asking for help, or if something's going on personally, you just got to toughen up. For some people, it's like a broken arm or a broken leg. You don't tell people to just walk it off.
You know, you're not strong, you're weak, you know, harden up, all those sorts of things. And honestly, from my point of view, I was one of those people.
Definitely did feel the stigma before I got help. I was one of the guys that didn't want to talk about it, that bottled up everything that I was feeling.
People associate mental health with straitjackets and padded rooms, and the common problems for a lot of people is not that.
I went through a bit of a rough patch with my family, and I was doing a big roster, big days. My day off I was coming home and felt like a visitor in my own house.
Yeah, my old man suffered from depression in his later years, and he actually took his life. Ironically, of all days, today is actually the day of my old man's funeral 2 years ago.
It was a very, very steep spiral downhill, and it took a lot for me to realise it actually took getting bit by a snake and nearly dying and going to hospital. And I was in hospital for 8 days, and that's when I realised something's got to change.
My old man was someone from an older generation, came to Australia as a migrant, worked in the mines for 15 years, was a pretty tough, stubborn old character. And yeah, obviously the black dog got the better of him, because in that culture it was not okay to put your hand up, not to say, hey, I need a hand or something's going on.
It feels good to get it off your chest, just get it out there. You know, you won't be judged for it. Yeah. If anything, you'll be respected.
It's all about bringing it down to a level that people can relate to and understand that, yeah, it's just like a broken arm. If you need to, get help. If you don't, have a chat to someone and, yeah, get it out there. It
definitely has created a more healthy workplace. Like, there was sort of a lot of guys used to just bottle up what they were feeling, not talk about it. And yeah, now it's all out in the open. Yeah, no one's sort of scrutinised because they're feeling a certain way, or someone's having dramas at home, they're not sort of sitting there with it in the back of their mind. They can get it out, get it off their chest, and keep moving forward.
Actually seeing people within the business speak about it, it really made you feel like this is really close, getting close to you, and you start to just see what they're speaking about it. You know, what can I do to help raise that awareness and be a part of it, to get that awareness out there and get the other teammates and that talking about their issues and helping along.
It's about trying to make employees comfortable that if they do have an issue or they want to ask the question, they can. For our supervisors, even in the review meetings or your weekly meetings or whatever you have with your crews, I try and take a bit of time out with our guys one-on-one as well, and just ask what's going on at home, this and that. And I think you pick it up in people too. You can see if your key guys have had something happen over a weekend, or there's something going on. So it's just creating that open forum for them to let you know, And in the end, you're not only helping them, but you're helping everyone. If something is going on for someone and they might not be on the job 110%, you can prioritise their workload for that day or week to make it safer for everyone in the crews and in the shop, so it's important.
I suppose it's just providing that support and leadership to your teams and your supervisory teams, and getting out there and start to have conversations with your people, get to know your people, and get a real understanding of where they come from and what they've been through. And then when you get an understanding, it's a lot easier to go and have a conversation and for them to even speak to you. You've broken down the barriers straight away to have those discussions, and you know, they can ring up any time, have a chat, we can point them in the right direction. You know, we've all experienced it at some time or another, so we can provide some sort of support for them to get help and raise the awareness amongst the people.
I think the whole goal for Hands Up should be about not only people having the courage to ask for help, but even if you're at a crib room out at the mines, or you're going to the mess at dinner time and you see an old bloke or anyone in the mess. He might be from Melbourne or Sydney. He might have lost someone a week before, or he's away from his family. Go and say good day, go and see what their day's about and what's going on, and that might be the catalyst for them to talk to you, or at least take a bit of that pressure off and de-stress a bit. So I think that's what it's all about, starting that conversation with someone, not only waiting for them to come to you.
When Hands Up was initially rolled out to our on-site teams, and watching the video on site, immediately after, we had team members actually put up their hands and speak about difficulties and stuff that's happened in their lives and their exposure and experiences to do with mental health and everything like that. And by those people putting their hands up straight away, really got that message out to the other guys sitting in that room, and give them, I suppose, the encouragement and strength that it's okay to put your hand up in a closed forum, or even outside of that. So I think it had an immediate impact on the people straight away.
Well, I think we're well on the way to changing the culture and the stigma associated. The Hands Up campaign is really opened doors for people.
Hands Up's definitely been something that's pretty close to my heart because of my experience with it. I guess the big thing with Hands Up is it's trying to do exactly that, break that stigma of mental health, take away that attitude of being the tough bloke, and trying to get that stigma removed should help people in general.
It's not something to be afraid of. I think we're on the right track.